The top 10 risks that you are referring to are, the top one is resource nationalism. And just remember for a minute that resource nationalism is not necessarily nationalization. Nationalization is just a component of resource nationalism. The second one is skills shortage, of which most of the reports that I've gone through, annual reports and risk reports of all these top 10 mining companies and the rest of them, also agree that there is a challenge at the level of skills. And of course, infrastructure access. In the past, governments used to play a critical role in developing that infrastructure, but gradually these governments are beginning to pull back, and they believe that mining companies should invest in these infrastructures. In some countries, for instance, you've got brownfields or mines that were that operated for a while, but they were mouth-bolted for one reason or the other. And if you have to reactivate activity in that particular area, you have to build infrastructure. Resource nationalism has become more prevalent in 2012 due to the rise of resource nationalism in more countries, as well as an increase in the times. Now, sometimes when one talks about resource nationalism in South Africa, it becomes difficult. Actually, it feels like you are talking about something that has been there and we've been talking about for the past 10 years. When in fact, as I say, for some countries around the world, some of these developments are new. For instance, beneficiation and export levies, we know that when we debated the Minerals and Petroleum Resources Development Act or the Diamond and Precious Act and other pieces of legislation, we've always been talking about the importance of beneficiation and export levies. And particularly on beneficiation, that we've had a lot of debate, including the Harvard report, apart from all other government reports, that basically debated the motivation for or against beneficiation. And it is clear that already South Africa has gone the route of beneficiation. There is already a strategy, a policy. And in fact, if I'm not, I don't have a crystal ball, but I wouldn't be surprised that come Mangaung, there's going to be a lot of discussion about beneficiation as one of the possible options for nationalization, outright nationalization of mines in South Africa. The issue of ownership of resources, of course, has been very debated in South Africa, extensively in South Africa, and the increase in the royalty and mining taxes, of course, has been debated.